Hey guys, Mike Letterman here. Today I'll be presenting on the Instant Pot basics, and this is with respect to the learning process for discussion board forum number 2. So I decided to find something in my house that I didn't really understand how to use and apply it to this lesson. So I chose an appliance called the Instant Pot, and I went online and I looked for an introduction video about the features and functions for the Instant Pot, and I found a 10-minute video from a Japanese lady who did an introductory video on Japanese juke, which is a porridge native to their region. And she discussed the operation, failure, and lessons learned from her first attempt at making Japanese juke. So this is intended to be Instant Pot for beginners, and it is a part of her series about living richly on a budget. So she shows the operational functionality of the Instant Pot and how to operate the device. Now, 2 elements of the learning module that supported my success in learning how to activate the Instant Pot came from one, learning is an active process. So I had to think about what I was doing. I had to take her instruction and apply it to my device because it was not the exact same device as in her video. I have a larger model. And then the second element of learning module that supported my success is learning is an individual process and a result of experience. So initially, I didn't really understand the buttonology on the device or all the very specific ways that you have to configure it in order. It's a pressure cooker, so in order for it to be used safely, converse of that statement is to not let it blow up in your face. So first up, she used tape as a memory aid on the side fins and explains that it rotates counterclockwise from the 9 o'clock position to the 8 o'clock position to open, and that there's only one way to open and close the device. And so I'll take you to it now so that you can see specifically what I'm speaking about. So first we plug it in. And it says that it's off. And so I have it in the open position. And you can see the inner pot. 8 o'clock position and the beeps mean that you've successfully closed it. And that means that it's ready to be used. So what learner characteristics were engaged? Can the student use what has been learned and the application of the skill? Well, my motivation to learn how to use this device is that it was expensive. I haven't really been using it, and I'm hungry, and I want that hunger to go away. So I have a desire to eat my next creation that I'll be using in the pot, and it'll start off simply with a soup. How did the module support my success during the learning experience? So there was a progression of basic skills from just knowing what the device was to facts such as the lid and the extension cord being plugged in, and linking that new information to being able to actually use the buttons to turn on the device. And so with that prior knowledge, I was able to problem solve and get the device to actually turn on specifically. So there are a couple of other features to describe, and we'll go back over. So on the back is a condensation collector. It's this device here. and that collects any overflow in the cooking process as a result of too high temperature or too much volume. And the second is this device here is a protector for the cord, and that allows this connection here to remain solid in the event of a boil over. We went over the buttonology, and so we learned that most cooking happens by selecting pressure, either low pressure or high pressure, and that's changed with this button here. And then also manual mode to change the amount of time that you want the Instant Pot to cook once the pressure has been set. And finally, you turn it off by hitting the cancel button, and everything turns off. Finally, there's a nice tip that was recommended, and that is to remove the lid, and on either side there are fins which hold the pot in place. That's something I didn't know before I watched the introductory video, and that allows you not to have to find more space somewhere in your kitchen in order to set down a hot and dripping lid. Okay, back to here for the conclusion. So a simple example that is specific in flight training, where the learner would be able to demonstrate the elements from the learning module that I identified and would support success in flight training, would be to know buttonology. So the correlation would be with programming the GPS. Understanding what buttons are available and in what sequence to select them in order to get a desired result. And in this case, the result being cooking food. Thanks for watching. I've been Mike Letterman, and this was my learning module video about the Instant Pot. Thank you.